Hey, I wasn't expecting you. Um, it's been a while. Uh, let's talk about yaks. More specifically, how to shave them. The best example I've seen of yak shaving is the opening to an episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Hal realizes a light bulb is out, so he goes to the closet to get a light bulb, but the shelf falls on him. So he goes to the drawer to get a screwdriver to put the shelf back on, but the drawer is squeaky. So he goes to the garage to get a can of WD-40, but the can's empty. So he gets in his car to go to the hardware store, but the engine starts knocking. And then it cuts to his wife walking in the garage asking him if he fixed the light bulb. And he crawls out from under the car and asks, "What does it look like I'm doing?" If you give a mouse a cookie, you get a best-selling story. Yak shaving. So, why are we talking about shaving yaks? Well, that's what's been happening the months I've been gone, basically. I've been setting up videos to depend on previous videos, sort of establishing an episodic structure in some fashion. So if one video doesn't happen, then all the other videos are backlogged, and that's what's been happening with one very specific and very ironic video about burnout. That I've gotten so burnt out that I can't make a video about how burnt out I am. So that video is still in production, I guess. I'm hoping it'll be made soon, probably February or March. It was supposed to be follow-up to the Limers video that then fed into the Waluigi video, but I scrapped it. So then I thought I could get it out sometime in November, but then I scrapped it again. And then I thought I could get it done before the end of the year, but I scrapped it a third time because, especially around the holidays, no one wants to work on stuff, especially not these sort of not fun videos. Like, there's some heavy topics that need to be talked about. This was supposed to be a wrap-up video for 2021 that happened last week, but after John Madden and Betty White died, I wanted nothing to do with the year. So I am making the wrap-up video now, I guess. 2021 started with an insurrection at the Capitol. Happy anniversary to that. And I made a video in response to the emotions I had during and after that event. I had a job during that time. It was tied to my college course, so the job ended once I graduated, and that's a part of the reason why I didn't release as many videos and sort of a sporadic order, because I didn't have a whole lot of time. I was working on other stuff for work and for school. I had the option to continue on with the job, but I decided not to, because every time I was in work, I was basically having a panic attack. I was making mountains out of molehills. That every mistake that I was doing was the worst thing ever, and it just wasn't. It wasn't fun. So I decided not to continue on with it into the fall. Plus, I've been in school for my entire life, basically, and I wanted to experience what it was like to not be in school, because you have 9 months on and then 3 months off for summer, and all of a sudden it is over. So I wanted to experience what is life like doing this. Plus, we're also in the middle of a pandemic still, and we're currently seeing the highest case counts and the highest death rate that we had ever seen before. I thought the first couple peaks were bad, but this is apocryphal. So that's one side of 2021. The other side that comes with the channel, especially on YouTube, is having a bit of an identity crisis. I think back to the Seattle Kraken video that I released a few months ago, where I signed off as Thesaurus Dinosaurus. And even more recently, watching the name of this channel scroll through the end credits of the Marble League. It was so weird watching that, because I didn't do a whole lot to it. It was just submitting one part of my voice, and all of a sudden I have a credit in the whole tournament that I'm a fan of. But it just always begs the question, who is Thesaurus Dinosaurus? And the answer is no one. Thesaurus Dinosaurus is the name of the channel. I'm Kurt. The little tiny dinosaur is also named Kurt, and there's a reason, because that's me. So, like, if we ever, not if like we ever meet, I don't go out, I got coronavirus, but if we're ever like on Discord at the same time, you can call me Kurt. We can be friendly. It's very disconnecting talking to a camera. So just to bridge that gap between me, the creator, and you, the viewer. And that's something that I never really put a lot of stake on. I am still not a fan of social media. I think it's hot garbage. Like, Twitter especially is like the most negative cesspool. They have their moments, but they have a lot of not their moments. And YouTube is the same way. YouTube is social media, and I've never really wanted to put myself in an emotionally vulnerable spot with strangers. I guess I'm hoping that we can stop being strangers. Just when things are like this, that I have a community to turn to. I have 4,700 subscribers, which I was honestly hoping for 5,000, but that is still a lot. 4,000 subscribers is still a lot in my eye. I want to know that I can still put out videos that won't be as haha funny as some. There are going to be a lot of haha funny, but there's gonna be some not funny, and that's just how life is. You gotta take the whole package. And unfortunately, this isn't gonna be the funny video that I wish I could just pop into existence day in and day out. that sort of takes us back into yak shaving. That there are videos that I want to make, but I don't want to make them without having told you what I'm telling you now. I have some more of that emotional constipation stewing and brewing that I want to get out of me. So there's one order of business left with not fun stuff, and then I want to move into the fun stuff because I don't want to end on a completely downer note. But I don't want to just glance over the last part of this. And that is back in September, my grandmother passed away. And that really just deflated me. That was a big part of why I couldn't make that burnout video when I wanted to, because I didn't have that go factor. She passed from COVID. There were a lot of people at her nursing home who had it. So it was just a mess. And I didn't know how to bring that up because it's just a different way of answering the questions. Like, oh, how are you? How's your day? My day's fine. Today is okay, but my grandma's dead. You know, I can be fine and doing all right, and my grandma's dead, and it's something I haven't really been able to talk about because there's no real way to insert that into conversation. At least I feel, which is why I'm opening up this conversation, because I can't have you all not know what's been happening and why I've been gone for 2 solid months. And then pop up with a new video like, hi, did you miss me? Everything's been happy dory. I wish everything could be happy dory. But you got to take the dark times with the light times. That was 2021. I'm so looking forward to 2022. There's gonna be some very fun videos coming out. I got some new gear for Christmas, and I'm really excited to try all this out. I got a background. I do have the green screen, but I didn't want to put it up because I don't want people to chroma this. I have some new light kits that are gonna be fun to experiment around. The return of FRC, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Wood's too far away. Knocking on wood, they can get the season off. Everyone loves talking about how this is the Marble channel. It's a channel that does marbles. This channel originally started as a robotics channel. I'm an alum of FIRST. I love the program. I love what they stand for. I helped out when I could. Obviously, pandemic is still not the safest time, and with the pandemic raging still, fingers crossed. But I'm excited to see this program come off of the hiatus they've been on. And then there's the Dynasties video, which compares NFL Dynasties to FRC Dynasties, and I'm hoping to have that released by the 26th. Completely related note, I released a Kraken video and the Unsportsmanlike video. Unsportsmanlike video was actually really fun. This one was sort of a headache, but it doesn't matter now because they got demonetized. It's not a strike on my channel, but it's just not making any money from this channel, which is another thing I meant to talk about in the Burnout video, but the Burnout video hasn't happened yet. You know there's gonna be marbles. I still got some roasts. I'm not sure if you know this, but the Pacific Northwest got a lot of snow during Christmas, so what better time to film some stuff for the snowballs. So that video is gonna happen soon. And of course the Rojo Rollers, which still needs to get written, then the rest of the field by April. And then some completely potpourri stuff. I'm writing one script on the history of memes. I have one on the worst fandoms and the best fandoms. So happy 2022. Stay safe. And I will see you in a week. Probably a week. And this was good. I'm glad this happened. I've been stewing with all this for some time, and I'm glad that I can say the things that I needed to say. Go stretch, go take a break from your screen, get some water in you, stay hydrated. Only good thing about this pandemic, working from home. I hate pants. Thank you for this, I don't know, impromptu therapy session. The one thing I always do not have planned going into these videos is how to get out of this video. There's gonna be like a subscribe button here and then like 2 watch video things here. But then like what's supposed to happen after that? Does this video just end?